Previously on Vanhalla Adventures.
This is the border? Viva la Mexico!
We've had a bit of a wild ride since entering Mexico. And while it hasn't been exactly what we planned,
well, we kind of messed up.
We've loved the ups and downs. But today we get to do something that's been on our list for some time now. We're headed to the mountains of Mexico to tour a coffee processing plant and see how coffee really gets made from start to finish. But most of all, we get a sneak peek into the lives of the people who live here. Thanks for watching. Hola, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Brian.
And we are Vanhalla Adventures, and today we are going to be taking you on a tour of a coffee farm here in Mexico.
Yes! Mexico is some of the best coffee, and I'm super stoked to check out this process. I've been enjoying all the coffee I've been drinking throughout the week we've been here, and
yeah, you've been loving it.
Yeah, I'm super stoked, and can't wait to check it out. And our good friend Efra is taking us, and I believe I just heard him pull up.
Yeah, and Efra is from here, so we're also going to meet his aunt tonight, and then tomorrow morning we're going to start a thing. But let's hit the road and get going.
Yeah, do it. Cool.
What's up?
Guys.
Hey.
All right.
What's going on?
You ready?
Our good friend Efra.
Yeah, we're ready to rock.
Hola.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's go. Before we start our coffee excursion, we're heading to the market to pick up some vegetables because Efra's aunt has sweetly offered to make us a Mexican feast tonight.
I'm gonna take a couple. Maybe we can do like a saute.
Yeah, how about some limes, eh?
Yeah, limes are always good.
All right, we got ourselves a little fiesta.
We got the essentials.
Yeah. We're barely fitting on this road.
What?
I said we're at the end of the road.
I know, Brian was like, are we gonna make it?
Well, we just got to Efra's aunt's house. I have no idea where we are. We're definitely up in the mountains, kind of middle of nowhere. It's awesome. And we're about to meet her right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have an authentic vegan Mexican meal. I think Brian and I are a little bit overly excited about how she's making salsa right now. This is so amazing. I love watching you two. You're so cute together, you two.
What? So excited. We are about to feast on this amazing meal. I can't wait.
I'm gonna eat so much right now. Fresh tortillas, she made them. Good morning, everyone. We just got greeted by a bunch of dogs this morning, but we're just at our first stop for today before we head over to the farm. Hola.
So Javier, the guy that's gonna take us to the farm, does woodworking. He wants to show off, basically.
I'm in. I think one of the funnest parts of everything is Brian and I don't really understand anything that's going on except for a couple words here and there.
Not a word.
But it's fun because we'll catch a couple words, so we're learning about 5 new words a day just because we catch something.
I think they're talking about how we're getting to the coffee place.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. This could be interesting. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Sombrero.
Yeah.
La bolsa, todo aquí colgado.
I like that.
26 años, no,
Reina.
Reina. He made it about 28 years ago. Oh, porque estaba chavo. Esa la hice.
28 years ago he made that.
Yeah, and he made it with just a machete and an axe.
Just with a machete and axe?
Yeah. All right.
So what's up?
We're gonna go in the front of the truck, unless you want to ride in the back. We're not going very far either.
We're all going in the same truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because his truck is not working.
Oh,
Okay, this is gonna be fun.
So yeah, we're just gonna ride in the back here and see what happens. Está bien? All right. super stoked. We've been going up this mountain forever. We're gonna get quite a view up here. This plantation is obviously on top of a mountain, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty awesome.
After making our way up the mountain for nearly an hour, we made a quick stop by to pick up some friends who will be our tour guides at the coffee plant further down the mountain.
We have the ripe coffee bean right here, but if you get closer, you will see that this is the up and coming new coffee. So it'll take a year for it to get to the mature level that this guy is right here.
Wow.
So you can see that the new coffee is coming right behind the coffee that is already ripe. And of course, we have this particular variety, and then we have this variety here, which is more of a golden color. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Sí, aquí, así. Así córtale, aquí.
Ah.
Ok. Aquí mira.
Do you have any? Oh, speed.
Yeah.
Sí. Rápido.
That's really sweet. Wow.
Ahí va el viejo.
So you don't eat it though? Spit it out?
Yeah.
You just suck it. You don't chew it, you just suck it.
El dulce de más de 100 bolitas de estas, que en la noche se le va el sueño.
If you chew on the fruit before it, becomes
En la noche,
coffee, you can stay up all night. So watch out! Don't chew on too many of them, even though they are tasty. Right there, if you can, and if it's
So all over these hills is where they harvest. It's really cool because it's this 100% organic process, like what looks like just out in the wild. But this is where they come and harvest all day, and then they bring their kilos to get weighed, and then they take them down to the processing plant. This is totally different than I thought it was going to be. So this is cool. They were just telling us that they plant the coffee bean plant and the avocado together because they complement each other. So the coffee bean plant likes shade, and the avocado plants grow really large, so they shade the coffee plant. And then they're also on different seasons. So after they're done with harvesting and taking care of the coffee, then they harvest the avocados. That's super cool. Food. We picked up some food.
some veggies. And
Yeah. Efra, you're going to cook for us again?
Yeah. Why not?
We've noticed how everyone in Mexico shares and pitches in for meals. We were gifted a generous helping of vegan tacos and, of course, beer.
Sí.
Ah, salud.
Salud.
These guys are so cool. They gave us bananas that they grow right here in their backyard.
And they also made us amazing vegan tacos. So good.
This is a great day. Salud.
How was your ride back there, Pete?
Hot and dusty.
It's been a fun time getting here. You're so excited. You're like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on. I want to know all the stages of this process, you know?
So this is the first step where the coffee gets curated. After the coffee gets harvested, it gets dumped into this place right here. So it's like a funnel where the coffee is going to be transported. So the good coffee is going to go to the bottom. And the one that is not good it's gonna float. So not all the coffee has come to full maturity, and the one that has 2 seeds inside, and it's heavier, so that makes it go to the bottom, and the one that doesn't floats on top.
Right.
So technically all coffee is good. However, the coffee that is ripe and fully mature is the one that's going to go to the bottom, and then the rest is going to be separated and take through a different process, because both of them can't go through the same process. The coffee that is ripe goes through one process, and the coffee that is not fully ripe has another process. And they're going to tell us what that is.
Cool.
So the coffee that doesn't make the cut gets poured in here, and then it gets boxed right here, comes through here, and then it gets taken to that field where it will finish drying, and that takes a different process than the one that's ripe. So then the coffee that is fully ripe goes to the bottom, and then through gravity it gets pushed up that pipe that you see right there, and then it comes out this way, and it falls down this pipe, and it goes down this, and then it goes up, down to where it gets hulled. So before it becomes a bean, it's a small fruit. So it has, it's got meat, it's got pulp, and the pulp gets taken off on that area over there.
So this one, the good stuff gets pulled first before dried. The other, not so good, gets dried.
Yeah, that's two different. They separate it. Once the coffee that is ripe goes up that pipe, then comes down here, it gets whole. So the pulp comes down this way, and then the coffee itself, because it's a little bit heavier, naturally goes down this side, down the other pipe, drains down to where it's going to be dried. The pulp has been taken off the coffee. Just the bean comes down this pipe and lands right here, and then the fermenting process begins. Once it's being fermented, the coffee bean comes out and it gets spread out on this patio to dry. Even though the coffee that is allegedly already good goes all the way to the bottom, not all of it makes the cut when it gets hulled, and some of it gets spewed out as refuse. But there's nothing wrong with that coffee. It's just the machine decided that it wasn't good enough. So this is that coffee drying right here, and it'll go through a different process yet again. The coffee that's drying has to be turned about every 20 minutes so that it dries evenly. So they have people that are coming by and just constantly turning.
Am I doing it okay? Not so good. That's hard. Caliente.
So these two machines, they dry the beans instead of the sun. If it's a rainy season, they can dry it in those two machines.
An interesting fact is that wherever weeds grow in this area are usually coffee plants. Coffee is dry. It's brought here, tossed into this funnel, and weighted. After it's weighted, it goes up and then down. Once it's here, excess debris gets pulled out, and then it gets funneled onto this silo over here. Once the silo is full, then it goes out again, and it gets its last hull off so that it's then green gold. So this is the finished product here. Before, this is green gold before it gets roasted and ground.
Oh, and here's the finished product right here. Oh.
That smells so good.
Oh yeah. So coffee, the way it stands now, Nayarit, it's on the spotlight as one of the best coffees in the world. You can go to any specialty coffee shop in the United States and pay $5 to X amount of dollars for a cup of coffee. We're talking dollars.
Yeah.
People here work and harvest the coffee for about anywhere from 14 to 18 pesos a kilo, which is a little over 2 pounds of coffee.
Whoa.
Which is ridiculous, really.
Yeah.
How much is the kind of like a day usually?
¿Cuánto ganarán en un día? Uno que recoge café.
Desde 500 pesos, según qué tan bueno sea el trabajador para cortar.
Okay, so you'll make your money if you're really good at your job. Some people can make up to 500 pesos a day, which is $25. You know, it's good, but you bust your ass. Average is more like unos 300, los que no son muy buenos.
250, 300 pesos.
250, 300 pesos is more like what a person makes speaking coffee. So that's about 10, 12 to $15. It's average.
Wow, only $15 a day for this back-breaking work. That's something we'll think about every time we visit a coffee shop, and I'm sure you will too. After a couple hours at the coffee plant, we are invited to see how the coffee is roasted locally just up the street. After eating a few roasted coffee beans, we were high on caffeine and very impressed by the quality, which also made us quite hungry too.
That was a demonstration. That wasn't the green gold going on. That was already roasted beans going into the roaster. So they're just a demonstration for you to see what it looks like. This has been such an amazing experience. Love seeing the process. Never
It's
done this before.
incredible. Yeah, and just to see, I think like the workers and like how much they get paid and just the deep appreciation for like when you go to a cafe, like when you drink coffee, just the amount of work and labor that goes into it. And it does make me sad that they're not paid more. This process has been so fun to see.
Yeah.
We've had a ton of, you're jacked up on those coffee
Yeah, I
beans.
ate a lot of beans.
Anyways, Brian and I thought it would be fun to do a little giveaway and to share part of this experience with all of you.
Yeah.
So for the coffee lovers out there, if you want to enter a contest to get one of these bags of coffee that we personally handpicked for you, comment below letting us know where in the world, what coffee shop or what city you have been in when you've seen La Nayarit coffee.
Yep.
Comment below and Brian and I will pick one of you at random and then we'll be in touch. That way we can send this out to you as soon as we get back into the States. So comment below to enter the giveaway.
Coffee, coffee, coffee.
So, conclusion here is that to create a good cup of coffee, it's a group effort. It's a family. It's a family of farmers. It's a family of workers. As the consumer, it takes a lot of effort to plant, to grow, to harvest, to process, to distribute. We should all be appreciative of a good cup of coffee.
See,
The area here in Nayarit, El Ermitaño, provides some of the best coffee in the nation and, as you will find out, the world.
After spending a day with the people who harvest and roast the coffee, it gave us a deep appreciation for the amount of work that is put into a single cup of coffee. What we pay for one bag of specialty coffee here in the US is often less than what they make per day. There was so much footage that got left out of this video because, of course, we didn't want to make this a 2-hour video. but we can definitely say that everyone involved in this process was so generous with their food, their beer, their house, their time, and their passion. They shared so much of their lives with us. And while we offered to pay them for their time, only some accepted. They were just so excited to share this with you. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to enter the giveaway, and we will catch you all next week for another Mexico adventure.
Yeah.
And if you liked it, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Bye, everybody.
Let's go eat.